Well, I have 3 words for you. Do not comply. In fact, I think we should put them on a redacted t-shirt. Do not comply. Do not comply with this next tyrannical government move, which just rolled out in Europe. We have unbelievable news over the past 24 hours out of Europe that the mainstream media, of course, is totally ignoring the story, which is, I'm sure, a surprise to you. When go to Bloomberg, go to the Financial Times, go to the Wall Street Journal, you won't find the story, which is, to me, unbelievable. Like, aren't they supposed to be covering the financial world? And this is at the heart of it, and they're totally ignoring the story. It could have massive implications for you and your family. Yes, this is about Europe, but it's coming to the United States as we speak because the Federal Reserve is actively working on the very same thing, and the Biden administration wants it. So if you think you're in America and you're safe from this, you're not. This has broad implications, and you should see Europe, frankly, as a cautionary tale because we are watching the EU collapsing in real time. And today we got our clearest sign yet. The European Parliament voted to roll out the digital identification program. Now, the European Parliament and member states just reached an agreement on introducing the digital identity, the EID, which includes a digital wallet. Unless it gets miraculously voted down, which is highly unlikely, unless you somehow, guys, rise up and take action. If you're anybody watching in Europe right now wants to, write to your members of parliament, let them know that you do not stand for this. But most people will wait until the pain is too great and it's already passed to do anything about it. That's usually what happens. And this will pass, and it will soon take over everyone's lives in the European Union. Now, you have to understand, they are wrapping this in like a burrito of convenience. That your life will be dramatically improved because your digital passport will keep everything nice and neat for you, tidy in one digital ID, right? It sounds great. And that's how they'll sell it to you. Your central bank digital currency, your biometric data, your medical records, all of your personal information, your whereabouts, your movement through GPS, all of it being tracked instantaneously and verified by the government. Of course, most troubling is the central bank digital currency, and that's the big piece of this, the digital euro. Rob Roos, of course, member of the European Parliament, is standing strong against this. He just left the meeting, and he posted this video on social media to warn all of us about what comes next. Watch.
I just left the room where we had the negotiations about the digital identity, and I have bad news. The member states and the European Parliament came to an agreement. It means that probably not far from now, the digital identity will be effect in the European Union. Right after this agreement, Commissioner Breton said, now we have the digital identity wallet, we have to put something in it. And what he meant was the digital euro, also known as the central bank digital currency. And this is a very bad development. They always promise us not to make this connection. And even a lot of experts, privacy experts and security experts, warned also last week this is a very bad idea for our privacy and our freedom.
On your phone? Probably not. Will you have a plastic debit card? Probably not. No, remember Professor Richard Werner told us how this will work and what this control will do to all of us. Watch.
Also, they never talk about the nature of this CBDC. What is it actually going to look like? They never talk about that. But I heard one European central banker tell me what it's going to look like. He saw it. He was invited to one of the old central banks in Europe that are very much promoting this, and they showed him. And he's a top executive director of another central bank in Europe, and there's no reason to believe that he was telling me a story. And it was around this large and would be implanted under your skin. So that is the plan.